about confident styling with the TIGI products. So of course, right now we've got this great national program going on, $15.99 in the US, $17.99 in Canada. All TIGI products can be sold to the customers in your chair, and this is a great way, you joining this live, for you to reconnect with the brand, kind of gain a little bit more knowledge and some information about these wonderful TIGI products. And I'm really hoping that really more than anything, what I would love to do is to connect with you about leaning in and stepping into your product recommendations and doing it effortlessly. So one of the first things that I really quickly want to talk to you guys about is the TIGI Grade 8. Whenever we think about products that are tried and true, and the customers find it really easy to be led to certain products, it's when we look at the top selling products all across the Great Clip system, okay? And when you think about system-wide greatness, that means that the customers like these products, the stylists are backing these products up with their expertise, and it's an awesome way to get a quality product in their hands at a great price. So what we have in the Grade 8 is After Party, Masterpiece Shine Hairspray, Foxy Curl Contour Cream, which is one of my favorite products, Small Talk, Queen for a Day, Ego Boost, Manipulator, and Curls Rock Amplifier. And if you don't know much about these products, I do encourage you to go out to the Salon Innovations YouTube channel. We have a playlist right now. It's the TIGI playlist that you can go and watch really specific product knowledge videos for each and every one of these Grade 8s. And today I'm also going to be going over a few of them with you as well. So what I want to begin with in our time together is I want to talk a little bit about a beginning. I think that oftentimes we think that when it's time to start a product recommendation is when we're cutting the hair. And I truly believe that it really starts in the consultation. When we're asking the questions, we're looking at the clip notes and making certain that those notes are really reflecting the look that they're wearing. We can then open up questions that can lead us to actually solving some issues, seeing what's going on with the hair, and giving them a quality product recommendation during that period of time, right in the consultation. So one of my new favorite sayings is, see it. If you see something, if you're seeing dandruff, if you're seeing dry scalp, if you're seeing thinning, or if you're seeing split ends, see it and then say, this is what I'm seeing in your hair right now. Have you noticed this as well? Or what I'm noticing in your hair today is this. Tell me a little bit about how you're handling that. These are open-ended questions. And when we ask the customers open-ended questions, we don't sound like we're doing a sales pitch. We don't interact with them like a salesperson. We're just genuinely caring for the customer, giving them our attention and trying to listen to what it is that they're experiencing. And then we want to solve it. We want to give them the best product recommendation that we possibly can. And it all begins right there in the consultation. Now, another concept that I wanted to share with you guys today is what we're calling the House of Products. Now, the House of Products is a way to approach product recommendations that is effortless. And it also allows us to do what is known as incremental sales all throughout. The customers returning and coming back to see us, okay? When we think about a house, we think that there are three primary categories in the house. There's the foundation. This is what builds, and holds the house up, right? Then there's the structure. Those are the walls, the sides, the roof, the windows, the doors. Those are the structures of the home. And then, of course, the finishing is all of the stuff that makes it look pretty and nice and enticing, or it finishes off the way that a house looks. We can apply this same concept to our products that we are talking to our customers about and trying to get them to take home and create a really great hair care routine in their bathrooms. So whenever we think about foundation products are always shampoos. Shampoos, conditioners, dry shampoos are also a part of the foundation. Anything that's going to cleanse the hair, refresh the hair, to give it, the look that the customer is wanting to start with, that foundation of where we want to go. Because if we've got a customer with dry hair, well, we want to make certain that they are using a great moisturizing or, a product that's going to help close those cuticles down, add moisture to the hair. Then we're going to move on to the structure. Now, structuring, this is the styling products. Styling products typically are applied to wet hair or when the hair is damp. And it's the beginning of making certain that the look that we're trying to help them achieve at home begins with this structure styling product. Now, that's anything from pucks to anything that's like thickifiers, anything that's going to help produce shine, texture, anything like that. This is what we're going to be talking to them about. And I think that pucks are awesome. Gels definitely are a part of that. And whenever we're thinking about curl products are essential for anyone who is trying to wear their curl natural and to have it look the way that they're trying to achieve that curl formation. Great structure products are our curl products. So we know we've got a lot to offer to the customers. Now, when it gets to finishing products, things change up just a little bit because sometimes a styling product can also be used as a finisher, okay? Finishing products typically tend to be put on the hair when the hair is dry. All right. So we've either styled it up or blow dried it up, or they have allowed their hair to dry to 100% naturally, and then they would apply a hairspray, or they might apply a little bit of a texturizing product on the ends of the hair. They wouldn't go deep into the roots or to the mid-length. It's really more to just finish out or polish out that look. So there's a lot of different ways that we can use styling products as finishing products as well. But the key to remember is begin all stylists with a great foundation. Then we're going to move into creating the structure. And that foundation is the shampoos and the conditioners that we want them to use. The structure is the styling product that's going to help enhance the look and the style that they're trying to achieve. And then the finishing products are any product that's going to make the style shine or look finished or polished. Hairsprays, a little bit of texturizing or shine products, all right? So throughout the rest of our time together this morning, I'm going to be showing you TIGI bedhead products and bedhead for men products based on the house of products, foundation, structure, and finishing, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to move right into the first. And I always love to begin with curl. Curl is one of my absolute favorite types of hair to work with. But I think that oftentimes when we think about working with curl, sometimes there's a mystery to it. And it doesn't matter whether or we are working with a looser curl structure or a tighter curl structure. Curls have a very specific need. And part of that is they have more cuticle than, say, somebody with a straighter hair, all right? A straighter hair has less cuticle. Curly hair has more cuticle. Well, if we think about the cuticle, it expands and contracts and expands and contracts. So curly hair tends to lose moisture more. So we want to make certain that when we're working with curl, that we are trying to keep the integrity of the structure of that curl. So I want to talk a little bit about when we're cutting curly hair. When you're cutting curly hair, it's super important that we're using the widest teeth on our comb. Why? Because the goal is to make certain that we are not pulling, stretching any of this hair when it's damp. Because remember, hair keratin, once it's damp, softens and then it stretches like a rubber band. So if we were to overstretch curly hair and cut it, and if we're using too much tension, what's going to end up happening is that hair is going to bounce back and it's going to be shorter than what we intended to begin with. So always make certain that when you're cutting or working with curly hair, you want to do as much no tension or low tension cutting as possible, so that we are making certain that the shape that we're creating isn't going to get too short. All right. The next thing to keep in mind when we're working with curly hair is a towel. When we think about, wanting to get this hair prepared or ready, towels are a great way to keep the curl formation and going in and scrunching with that towel. Why? Because when we rub, and that's not to say that you can't rub with a towel, but you're going to want to do it on shorter hair. But when we do rub, what it does is it mats those curls. It opens that cuticle up more, and then they start sticking to one another, kind of like Velcro. And that's when you're going to see those styles of that really matted curl that almost looks like felt or dreadlocks. But when you're trying to maintain the curl structure, it's important that we make certain that we're using a towel and we're doing it very gently, okay? And then, of course, our blow dryer. What is lovely about curl is that we can use a cup type of blow dryer to go in there and really enhance the curl. And the key, though, is to make certain that we're not using too much heat, and that we are making certain that as we are going in, we're lifting it up from the roots and allowing that hair to dry back into its curl formation. All right. So those are just some tips about working with curly hair. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is dry shampoo. Now, I love Dirty Secret's dry shampoo for specific reasons. One of the things about this shampoo, and first always remember that it's important to shake this can, is, and I hope that you guys are able to see this on camera, okay? I'm going to scoot her out of the way. The way that this comes out of the can, do you see? It's powdery and soft. Curly people don't wash their hair every day. They just don't. It dries out the hair too much. And so getting them into a dry shampoo so that between washings, they're able to kind of go back in and get a fresh scalp and a fresh style is important. So dry shampoo is a great product to do that. It is important to make certain that you're not holding it too close to the head. So talk to them about at least 12 inches from the scalp to apply the product, okay? It is meant to be put on dry hair, even though I know I just used it on my mannequin and she has damp hair. This is good for all hair types. Any hair type can use this, and it will also make the hair smell fresh, which I do like that as well. Now, I'm going to go into a couple of curl products. One is the Curls Rock Amplifier, and I'm actually going to use this on my customer here. I love this product. Now, I do have curl, and I have a really soft curl, but what I do find that I like about Curls Rock Amplifier is that this curly hair cream has a really long-lasting hold, but I can go in and I can redefine my curls anytime I want. So I'm gonna, for her hair type, I'm gonna do probably about a nickel size amount in my hand, okay? And then I really like to emulsify it between my fingers. Why? Because I'm going to go in gently with this product, and I want to be able to get it down to the roots. So I like to ask my customers just to tip their heads to the side, and I'm going to go right in, and you can see that I'm just scrunching this product into the hair. Another thing that's nice about this is that it's humidity resistant. So whenever we think about people with curly hair, one of the things that they really are wanting is to minimize that frizzy and fuzziness. Curls Rock Amplifier actually has moisturizing and hydrating properties, and helps to condition the hair at the same time. So definitely, it's a curl product that I think a lot of our customers with curly hair are going to like because it's going to minimize that frizziness and fuzziness. It also has a pro vitamin B5. And what this does is this boosts the hair and it gives the curl bounce. And I think that anyone who's wearing their hair natural, a bouncy curl is definitely something that they're looking for. Now, again, once I put that product in, if I feel like I want to, and I'm going to tell you guys honestly, microfiber towels are even better than a regular terry cloth towel. But again, I can just go in and do a little scrunching with the towel if I wanted to. Okay. And that's another way to get some of that curl formation in there. Or, of course, I can go in and I can use my diffuser. And one of the things, again, to remember when we're diffusing, if you want it on cold here, low and low heat, low fan. If the fan is too high, if you're blowing the hair too much, it's just going to create frizziness and fuzziness. All right. So that is Curls Rock Amplifier. I'm going to want to dry this hair up. And then I want to finish it with this. I love this product too. So this is Foxy Curl Contour Cream. And what it definitely does is it improves definition of the curls and waves. And it has Basu and Brazil nut for fighting like any kind of frizziness or fuzziness, but it also adds a little bit of nourishment to the hair, and it has up to 72 hours of anti-frizz definition. And what does that mean? When we're talking about a customer that's not washing their hair every day, we can go in with Foxy Curl Contour Cream, and we can actually finish those ends of the hair, and it's going to really help the curl formation last and keep that hair from being too frizzy or fuzzy. And of course, I know that oftentimes when we're working with a curly haired customer, sometimes we feel like they know everything about dealing with their hair. Sometimes they don't. So don't be afraid, especially when you're working with younger clients, to talk to them about wearing a do-rag to bed at night. That really is going to also minimize any frizziness or fuzziness that they have as well. Now, I want to talk to you about a product that I didn't put on here. Where did I put it? It's right here, you guys. I just had to talk about this product. So this is called Back It Up, and Back It Up is a texturizing cream. And Back It Up, I like Back It Up because it's lightweight. So this is put on wet hair, and you can either blow dry it or you can just allow the hair to dry naturally. One of the other things that I really like about TIGI Products, and I forgot to talk to you guys about this in the beginning. If you can see at the very front of every bottle, it really tells you exactly how to use the product. Like this says, place this on wet hair, and blow dry or diffuse or whatever. Back It Up is a great texturizing cream for people who either have curly hair or wavy hair. So it's good for anyone who's trying to pull out texture. Now, this is definitely more pasty, okay? And as we are doing this, I want this on my palms because what I'm going to be doing with him is I'm just going to be applying this to create a very nice curl formation without disturbing his curls too much. And I want him to be able to wear his look so that he feels like he can go in throughout the rest of the day and put his fingers through it if he needs to, or pat it back into shape. So definitely Back It Up is another wonderful product to texturize. However, it's not just for curly hair. It's for anyone who's looking for texture. And so I just wanted to call out that particular product. So I don't know if there are any questions out there, Ben. If there is, just unmute yourself. If not, I'm going to keep going. All right. So the next, what I want to go through next is talking a little bit more about a straighter hair or normal, mid-length structures, things like that. Again, we always want to make certain that in the foundation, we are going to be sure that that they've washed their hair with whatever product it is that they are wanting to use to either moisturize or hydrate or to add volume, things like that. Now, she loves volume. This is definitely something that this customer wants. She also really loves texture, all right? And so I want to go in first, and I'm going to use a layering technique of the structure products or styling products, okay? And the first one that I am going to use is Small Talk. So Small Talk, this is such a great product, you guys. I think that what a lot of people like about Small Talk is how lightweight it is. And it's definitely a product that I think a lot of people who are looking for a little bit of frizz control and shine, anyone who has lighter blonder hairs or those deep dark brown hairs, really a great product to add a little definition and shine in the hair. Also, you're going to see that it's going to provide a little bit of a light to medium hold, and it adds body. So when I apply this product, I like to comb through it all the way through from mid-length to ends. I scrunch it in first, and then I comb it through all the way. I want to just make certain that I've got enough of this on and that it's evenly distributed. I'm seeing that my ends here in the back, I don't have enough on. So I'm actually going to go in and just take a little bit more of this product and just add a little bit more to those ends. But comb that through. Now, as I am styling a customer up, I think that it's a very nice time for us to talk about our expertise. It's really about us letting them know that our professional recommendation to achieve the style that she is looking for can be achieved by layering certain products together. And I want to make certain that I'm revealing everything in a way that doesn't sound like a sales pitch, that doesn't sound like I'm trying to just sell her something to sell her something. Whenever we talk about layering products, what's really cool about that is it gives the product credibility because what we're doing is we're building the style, we're building that structure in the hair. And so if I'm going to start off with a structure product like Small Talk, and then I'm going to move into it, I have to make certain I'm telling her exactly why I'm doing that. I'm doing this because I want to get thicker hair for you. And also I want to be able to talk to her about, my thing doesn't want to come off. I wanted to talk to you guys. Well, that's embarrassing. I hope some of you are laughing at me right now. All right. So before I'm going to apply my next layer, I do want to go in with a very gentle, low blow drying with my condenser on. Condensers are important. Why are condensers important? Because it's directional flow. We actually have better control of what it is that we're trying to blow dry into the hair And if I'm wanting, remember, I'm putting a thickening lotion in this hair right now. So I want to add more volume. I've got to get up at those roots and get those roots nice and dry. As you can see, I'm not working on my ends right now. I'm not worried about the ends. I'm worried anywhere from the parietal ridge and the occipital bone up. That's what I'm worrying about. I'm not worrying about the end at all, because this is where my customer wants the volume to happen. So if I'm going to go in, I just want to make certain that I'm using my condenser and I'm lifting up that hair. And I think for those of us who are efficiency cutters, being able to throw in a quick style is important. And you know, you can just do this right with your fingers as well. Just going right in and making certain that we're creating that volume at the root that she is wanting. I have this on a low heat, low fan, so that I'm not disturbing the hair too much. I really don't want her hair to become frizzy at all. I just want to add that volume from the parietal ridge and the occipital bone up. And you can see I'm already starting to really develop that volume. So once I get my volume in there, I am going to just go through with my wide teeth of my comb, and I'm just going to kind of make certain that I'm placing the hair where I want it before I do my final application, which is going to be the Queen for a Day thickening spray, because I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do more blow drying. So when I'm using Queen for a Day thickening spray, give the can a really good shake. That's important. We also want to make certain that when we are bringing this out, and I don't know if you guys can see, it has kind of like a foam in it. It's not a true foam, but it has a little bit of a foaminess. What I like about this product is once I apply this in, this is humidity resistant for the whole day. It's going to condition the hair so that it feels smooth. And I'm just going to go in, and I'm not afraid of going in there and lifting up this hair and applying this product throughout, because this is going to also add more volume to the hair. And once I've done that, now I'm just going to, again, continue with my directional blow drying. Another great thing about Queen for a Day, you guys, is it dries really fast. It does not take long to dry this into the hair. So we can see that we're building our body, but what we're not doing is building frizz. If I take this off and I just go in and I'm blow drying like this, that hair is flying all over the place. And what's happening is that cuticle is splaying open and it's making the hair go frizzy and fuzzy. And in our minds, and I know this because I thought this way for years, if I have the concentrator off, I can move through my haircut so much faster. It's actually not true. So I want you to think about blowing out a candle. If you have a candle and you're trying to blow it out, right? And you go like this, you're not going to blow out the candle. It's just not going to blow out. If I purse my lips and I direct the flow of air, it's going to blow out that candle. It's the same concept with using a concentrator. Concentrators actually are more powerful than we think because it actually dries the hair up quicker and it minimizes cuticle damage. So don't be afraid to pull out those concentrators. And if you've thrown them away, I'm really sad that you've done that. So any future blow dryers that you purchase, don't ever throw out your concentrators. All right. So as we can see, I have built quite a lot of texture and volume in her hair. And now what I want to do is I want to finish her out. She's got this cute little shaggy style that she loves the pieciness of it. She wants to pull out a lot of that texture on the ends. And so I'm actually going to go in with a very small amount of the manipulator texturizing putty. All right, so we got to remember, you guys, though, this product can get too heavy. So a little goes a very long way. All right. Little can go a very long way. It may look like it's going to cause the hair to look greasy, but it's not. This is a natural finish. And I think that this is the reason why I like using this as a finisher. So I'm just going to use a very small amount. Now, we know that this is called the funky gunk, right? It's very tacky. It's very sticky. It has fibers in it. It adds control and pliability to those curls. So when I use this, I want to get it right in the palms of my hands, and I'm just going to go in and finish out this look by scrunching this into the style. And I bet a lot of you never thought about using manipulator as a finishing tool. Remember, a little goes a very long way. And another great feature of this product is even though it has a firm hold and it creates this texture, they can go in and re-scrunch their hair all day long. It doesn't get stiff, it doesn't get sticky, and it's just easy to reformulate the look. So there we have it. There is our highly texturized and a lot of volume using Small Talk thickening cream first, then applying Queen for the Day thickening spray to add more volume, and then finishing out the texture in this look by using a manipulator texturizing putty. Now, our last look today is going to all be about our bedhead for men products. I think that a lot of us have not really thought about the bedhead for men as a way to apply that to the house of products. And, you know, this is one of the men's lines that we carry, that we do have a wonderful array of products that we can get our customers into. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about, of course, is the Cleanup Daily Shampoo. I like this product. I have not used it myself, but when we first brought it in, which was 2015, I believe was when we first, it could have been 2014 when we first brought in the bedhead for men. I did use it. And one of the things that I know that it really talks about is that if you have a guy that wears a lot of gel in their hair, or a lot of, you know, of a puck of fiber cream or a texturizing cream, this gets it out. It really cleans the hair until the hair is like squeaky clean and the scalp is totally refreshed. It also has some detangling properties in it. And the other thing that I liked about it when I did use it in the beginning was it actually made the hair very healthy looking and very, not shiny, but healthy. So cool product. And that is called the Cleanup Daily Shampoo. It can be used every day on all hair types. Okay. The other thing about it is that it does have menthol in it, which the scalp likes. It has it makes the scalp feel really refreshed and tingly, and it helps remove sebum oil from the scalp. Now, once I have used that foundation product, I'm going to go right into a styling product, the Structure. Okay. And the Structure product that I'm going to use today is Power Play. Now, Power Play is a firm finishing spray, all right? When we're thinking about using gels, less is always more to begin with. So I am just going to take the amount that I think he's going to need for his hair type, and I'm only going to use about a nickel size amount here, all right? One of the things that when we're working with gels is we want to make certain that we're teaching the customer how to use it properly. So as you're seeing, I just use it like lotion in my hands because I'm going to go in and I'm going to teach him to start in the back, okay? And we're going to work towards the front. So always teach your guys to start in the back and work towards the front. So you can see a lot of that, you know, the palm of my hand is working. Now I'm going to teach him how to then go back. And then the hair is going to get the product that's on the back of my hand as well. So once we have put in the desired amount that we want here, we're going to go in and we are going to start styling his hair. Now, one of the things that he's wanting is a lot of structure, and that's what I like about this gel. When you think about gels, think always about what kind of heat. Anytime on any gel, I don't care if it's the most expensive gel on the planet or the cheapest gel on the planet. If you use too much heat on any gel, it is going to flake. So always teach your customers that if they're going to use a gel, they need to use a medium heat. So just a simple medium heat. And they can use whatever power they want for their blow dryer fan. It could be high, whatever they want. I'm going to do a higher one because I really want to create a very windswept look on him. And again, you can see I'm using this concentrator. Why? Because I am wanting to make certain that he doesn't get to the point where he looks frizzy and fuzzy. I just want to add a lot of volume, texture, and I want him to be able to have his look be one where he is going to feel confident all day long that he has styled it up correctly. So don't be afraid to teach your customers about concentrators as well. The more they understand styling concepts and how to do it themselves at home, the more we're building a rapport with them. And we know that the number one thing that we're trying to do is to get our customers to return, right? I mean, that's what it's all about. So the more I connect with him, the more I show him how to elevate his style, the more I show him that I am his product expert, the more he's going to feel like he's getting a well-rounded service from me and that I have met his needs for today. All right, so I've gotten the volume in that I wanted. Now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to comb this out a little because I'm not finished yet. I haven't finished this look yet. I've just added in the volume that I wanted, right? So next, what I'm going to be doing is I actually need to dry this side just a little more. Give me a second here. Because I don't want this to collapse. There we go. So now I'm going to finish this look. And once I start thinking about finishing, this is where we've got to determine whether or not he wants a really matte look, or does he want a natural finish? And so I think that that's where, when we look at bedhead for men, we've got two pucks that we can get them into. We've got matte separation. So what I like about matte separation workable wax is that this is not an ultra matte. So it doesn't look like he's been out in the desert for a week. It actually is a product that is a matte finish, but it's a wax-based product. And what I like about wax-based products is they tend to be a little bit easier to distribute. And once they adhere to the cuticle, they tend to, it's like when you burn a candle and the wax is hot, and then a little while later, that drip of that candle is cooled and it's hardened. That's what hair wax does, is it ends up being more of a firmer hold. So that's what I like about matte separation, but it's very workable to begin with. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to get probably, well, I think I'm going to begin with that, kind of like a pea size amount. Now, I wanted to show you guys a quick trick before I did anything. Whenever you're working with a wax-based product, one of the things that we need is we need our hands to be heated up. And an easy way to heat your hands up is to just clap them 3 times. When I clap my hands, what happens is, you can see it, the blood is going to start rushing to the surface of my hands. The moment blood starts rushing to the surface of my hands, my hand is warmer. And I want to be able to literally emulsify this product to the point where I can then distribute it in. And I'm only going to work on this half of the hair with this matte texture. Because what I'm wanting to do is to really give him that separation that he's looking for, that texture that he wants. Oh, I just really like this product a lot. I haven't played with this much in a while. And I've been playing with this to get prepared for this live. And I kind of forgot how much I really like this product for structure looks, especially if you're wanting somebody who wants more of a pompadour and not quite so much like wild texture, but texture that has a purpose to it. So definitely I like that. So that is matte separation, okay? So it enhances definition, it's got great hold and texture, and it is also humidity resistant as well. So now I'm gonna go on to pure texture molding paste. I love pastes. I think pastes are awesome. Why? Because a paste can be transformed. When you're thinking about pastes, okay, pastes are a little bit stickier, they're a little tackier, they're easier. It's like applying a lotion to the hair. Pure texture molding paste, you can see that it actually needs to be worked in until it gets really spotty in your hands. I'm going to add a little water because I took a little too much of this product, which is fine. All right. And what I can do is I'm just going to go in now and I'm going to apply it, but I want to apply it from scalp to ends, all that way. Because what he wants on this side is a lot of texture. He wants his hair to look a little wilder. Okay. Now, if I wanted this to get hardened or for this to seize up a little bit more, I can actually go in and apply heat to a paste. Any molding paste, if you apply a little bit of heat, not high heat, medium heat, what you're going to get is it's going to change the product and it'll thicken it up and it'll firm up a little bit more. If you want something that he can run his fingers through all day long, then just don't add any heat to it, okay? All right. So that is our Cleanup Daily Shampoo. We also have our Power Play Firm Finishing Gel, matte separation workable wax, and then our molding paste. And this is all in the Bedhead for Men line. All right. So I am hoping that you all got a lot out of this class today. I'm going to try to click through here we go. All right. So I want to leave our class with just a couple of things. Whenever we're doing a great sale, like the TIGI bedhead sale, okay, it is our opportunity to get our customers into products that they may have never tried before. It's also an opportunity for us to get them into tried and true products that they love at a really great price. So don't be afraid to go out there and get as much education that you can on these products, because the more that we can speak intelligently to them and with great enthusiasm, the more we convey to our customers the confidence that we have in the product and the confidence that we have in ourselves. So good luck to you guys during the sale. I hope everything goes really well. And if you have any questions, please do me a favor and leave it in the chat feature here, because I do go out and I read the comments. Take care, you guys. Have a good day.
All right. Very good.
How was
You're all
that?
set. It was good.